You're listening to the new show, The Alternatives, on CIDI 99.1. I'm your host, Ilia Kavoukis, owner and operator of the Sunshine Center in Sutton. I was talking about why alternative medicine is important and what is the difference between alternative medicine and conventional medicine. As I said earlier, conventional medicine has a tendency to deal with symptoms, whereas when you come to a therapist who is either a massage therapist, an acupuncturist, they will look at you as a whole person and deal with you from head to toe, basically. You want to put it that way. They'll look at your stress level, as I said, and very important. Besides treating you with their different modality that they use, they'll also have recommendations for you. They'll recommend, and it's not a prescription for a pill or anything like that, although I don't recommend you giving up and not taking your pills altogether. They will recommend perhaps some vitamins that you need to take, some supplements, some herbal remedies. They'll even possibly recommend, and I've done this myself, is activities. They might recommend a yoga class, Qigong class. Speaking of Qigong, my first guest of the show, which is next week, is going to be Colette Drapeau. She is an acupuncturist. She works out of my center. We've been together now for 4 years. She's a wonderful acupuncturist. We're very grateful to have her. And she teaches Qigong as well. We have a big 850 square foot studio where we teach different courses. So they'll recommend taking a class of yoga or Qigong, exercise. They'll recommend meditation. Often I recommend meditation. We have someone who teaches meditation at the center as well. You can look around and decide where is it that you'd like to go and learn meditation. It's basically follow your instinct and what is it that inspires you the most. And I will have somebody on the show eventually that will be talking about meditation and the different benefits of that. I'd like to also talk about the rest, how the show will look like in general. Besides having wonderful guests, I'd like to share all their information on what they do. I'd like to offer at this point, if there's any therapists out there who hearing the show would like to be a guest on the show, they can email me at ilia@sunshinecenter.ca. Just a little thing, center, I spelt it with T-E-R at the end, so ilia@sunshinecenter.ca. I'd love to have you on the show. We can talk about what you do. If also for you listeners, if there's a modality or a therapy out there that you're curious about, but you're not sure who to contact or where to find this person or a person to practice, you could email me as well at ilia@sunshinecenter.ca. I'd love to receive emails and answer questions, part of my daily thing I do. Other things I'd like to do on the show is provide some tips and recipes for you listeners. Today, actually, I'd like to give you a tip. Have you ever heard of dry body brushing? It's a wonderful way to stimulate the immune system by stimulating the lymphatic system. It basically, you take a brush that is made of vegetable bristles and you brush the body from the extremities towards the heart. It should have like a pinkish hue, maybe a bit red when you're done. If you're interested in having a brush, you can contact me at ilia@sunshinecenter.ca, and I will let you know where you can acquire one of these body brushing, dry skin body brushes. I myself have been using them for a couple of years now, and I find my skin glows. It is very soft. I'm often told I have baby soft skin. And I've had a tendency of doing a little bit of skin rash and irritation sometimes, depending on what I've eaten or the temperature of the sun and whatnot. But since I've been using this body brush, there's nothing like that anymore. My skin is clear and, as I said, glowing. So if anyone out there knows of these body brushes and uses them, feel free to let me know if what your experiences are with them as well. The other thing I'd like to offer on this show for you are some recipes. Now you might be thinking, a recipe for food? Well, yes, of course. I'd love to offer some great recipes. By the way, if anybody out there has some great recipes for me for natural, alternative, like food, maybe vegetarian, or maybe some meat dishes that you find when cooked a certain way is much more helpful to digest. The other type of recipe that we could come up with on this show are some stuff for body care. For instance, have you ever heard of a bug repellent that is non-chemical based? Well, I happen to have a great recipe for that. It is essential oils, basically, that we mix together in natural spring water, and it's absolutely fabulous. It smells good, and it's very, very efficient. Take 2 ounces of natural spring water in a little bottle, a plastic bottle or a glass bottle with a little spritzer on the top of it. You can pick them up at the pharmacy. Mix in 12 drops of citronella essential oil, otherwise known as lemongrass. When I went looking for citronella essential oil, I didn't find any, so they recommended lemongrass, and it's just as good. 12 drops of eucalyptus oil and 12 drops of tea tree oil. You mix that all up in 2 ounces of spring water, and it is wonderful. As you spray it onto your body, I suggest you rub it in as well so it penetrates. And the bugs have left me alone since I've had this spray on me, and it doesn't interfere with the other essential oils I use. It's wonderful. Another segment of the show that I'd like to talk about is a question and answer period. You can email your questions at Ilia at sunshinecenter.ca. I would like to mention that, of course, the emails will be confidential, unless you say that it's all right for me to use your name on air. Feel free to email me questions that you would normally not want to talk to someone face to face. I have often these kind of questions in my practice, so I totally understand where you're coming from. So I look forward to your emails, forward to your questions. I would like to take the chance right now to talk about a couple of questions that I do get often in my practice.